Hi, guys. That video cut off early, so I don't remember what I was talking about, but yeah, it kept on cutting off. When I tried to upload it, yeah, the data would stop. You know what? I seen a picture of a remote control on one of my kids' things that they sent me. And, it had like YouTube buttons for it, a button for Wi-Fi to turn it off, to turn the sound off, for mirroring. I don't know what that is, but I've asked before to someone that works at Boost. This was a long time ago. Their phones way back, because every time I chose something to listen to, it would change. Put it back over and over again, it would change back. And not just to what was under it or above, but, So I asked them, is there any way that, somebody could use a remote to, gain access or, take shit away from me like that? And they said, yeah. But, I'm not in control of my lights and the temperature here, of the electricity. If they don't want it to charge my shit and they want it to take my charge, yeah. When they don't want me to fucking have air, I've been in here like a bug in a freaking jar with one hole poked in it. The damn smoke detector, green beams that were like they were searching for something. Before I whacked it a couple times. But and then plus around it was a bright green too. And I would be hot and sweaty in here. And then I'm thinking, God, you can't stay this hot all day and it's nighttime. And I'd walk into the hallway and it'd be, wow, ever so nice. Even in the afternoon, and I'd be sweating and red, But, it fell out of the sky. The sky is falling. It fell out of the ceiling one day. So that was just a reason to check it out. But, yeah, it fell out of the ceiling. Why it fell out of the ceiling? It's fucking like 4 or 5 pounds. It's fucking heavy. And I've never felt a smoke detector that heavy. Even my last one that I found an SD card in, that was really light too. But, yeah, the temperature, every freaking thing. Yeah, but, I came back. It kept on shutting off. I kept on having to put the data back on. So I wasn't sure if it was going to upload or not. But it took forever because the data kept on shutting off, and the video would say not connected to network or whatever. But I went and took out my trash. It's a big deal for me to take out my trash because my spine is crashed in. I have to put my trash in, a lot of those plastic bags that you get from the grocery store, and put it in my old lady cart and wheel it down and put it in the trash one by one. But, I was coming up here, and I started I used to get, that bathroom used to lock, and I couldn't get it open. So I had somebody turn around the lock so it's on the outside. And, since the people next door in 17, Stanley and Maxie, well, her real name's Maria, but, since they are all up, watching and listening, I started to lock that from the outside. But it does no good. There's been times, as tonight, to where I've came up, and they're never on this side, to where they were coming from this side, and boom, I didn't even see. I just heard the footsteps as I was coming up, and boom, they went into their apartment, and I didn't see them. But of course, you know who it is by, where they stop at. You get me? So that's just one more time of them being on this side for apparently no reason, but there's every reason in the world, and especially to sneak back real quick to your door. Always get their door and, shut it right before I step up in front of my door. But, there's a lot of freaking... I can't trust anybody except for my cat and the Lord God above. People are flipping left and right, and the ones that they don't flip, they're just easily turned, without even flipping them or doing anything. This or whatever, smear campaign, whatever. But you know what? Besides a lot of people not being human nowadays, besides people all over the world losing their humanity, some just are determined when your back is looking to crawl around on their belly and slither. And I'm talking about all kinds of people. The ones close to you and stuff, beautiful face, beautiful on the outside, and can manipulate to the fullest and lie so well. And with that pretty face and those believable eyes, of course you want to, you're gonna believe. I always wanted to. I knew better since this person was really young, because I started seeing certain signs. But you know what? I just figured a baby, if I love this person enough, I can love those Martinez qualities right out of them, and the bad side of the Garcia qualities. But you know what? Sometimes love is just not enough. You always want to believe and have faith. And I always have. I've been just about to lose my faith, and then this person just changed. And I was skeptical, but I kept seeing improvement and, different things that, so I decided to let everything go. And I thought they grew out of it. But, no. It's just that they grew out of it, I thought, but when they began doing stuff again, I was so happy at where I was, believing that they changed and that they would stay that way forever, that I didn't want to look. You get me? Because if I looked, I'd have to see. And, that manifestation physically is something that backs up what you know in your heart and you don't want to listen to. But, I feel cheated. I'm talking about emotionally. I feel really cheated. Because, I gave my children attention. I spent too much time with them. I was there at every sports game. If one had a problem, we all had a problem. no social service case ever, or no social services or court ever made us do the things that I took us to and we participated in. Because I needed help, because I tried everything. So when you need help to try to fix things, not fix things, but when one is having a problem, we're all having a problem, because, hey, one screw missing off of a big machine could just cause the whole machine to collapse. You get me? And all this time and effort, not effort, but time and love and, oh my gosh, doing these things, going to these programs that we weren't ordered to go to, enrolling in things, participating, the whole family, separate therapy, family therapy, the mentoring program, and then, I have way more stuff than that, but, you don't want, if something happens when your kid gets older, you don't want to say, well, maybe I should have done this, or I should have asked for help. You don't want to say that you didn't try hard enough, and you don't want to feel like that. So I have no guilt, because I tried more than most mothers. I had the time. I didn't work. Most moms, when their kids are on tracks at school, it's where you go for 3 months and you get off school for a month and you spend it at home. Most mothers that I knew would put their kids on the same track so that they'd be off at the same time for that month, so it would be over with. Me, I didn't do that. I made sure they were on separate tracks, because I treated them as separate people. Some people clump their kids all together. One would say, Mom, do you love him more than me? You know what? I love you guys both differently. You're a girl, he's a boy. You're little, he's big. You play with Barbies, he plays with skateboards. I'm not going to play skateboards with you and play dollies with him. I'm not going to try to put ribbons in his beautiful long hair. So I don't love one more than another. I just told them I loved them differently, because they were different people. And, I spent separate time with them. I made sure I had that month, separately, so I could spend time with one child at a time and give them their separate attention. 3 months of school, 1 month off, boom. I'd have one, and then, I'd have the other kid alone. Separate time, alone, mommy's attention for their own, So, yeah, I did my best, and I did everything I could. And nature versus nurture didn't work for me. It didn't work. I'll admit that I did more to prevent, my son repeating my past or worse, because I knew, and didn't help that my father was telling me, He's your karma baby. I already knew. I knew when he was born. That's why I tried to just, yeah. But when I got out, I had to face it. I knew I had my work cut out for me, so I was going to enjoy his time while he was little. But nature versus nurture. For me, it didn't work. And, he got out like 2 years ago after like 12 years. And before that, he did 3 years and got out for 3 months and went to prison for 12 years. And, he's different. And once in a while, I rarely see him, but occasionally I'll catch a couple seconds of the man I raised inside there for like maybe a few seconds, and then it's gone. And I'm not the only one that misses that person. I mean, maybe they won't tell him, but there's quite a few people that miss the person that I raised to be a man. I mean, people that are really close to him also, that would never tell him that. But at least they know who I raised. And I love my kids, but I feel cheated. All that time that I had this empty ache, all those years. He's been out over 2 years now. And I figured that little by little, automatically, my love hasn't changed and my bond. I thought automatically, because when a mother hugs her baby, no matter how old they are, and I figured, hey, he's an adult, he's got a lot of time to catch up on. You know what? He will fill that empty space little by little, no matter how long it takes. And he will get back to me the way he was, But, no, it's not going to happen. I haven't even had a real conversation with him since he's been out. I don't even feel like I can grab him and hug him like I used to and stuff, or, And yeah, since my accident, I've become a crybaby. And no, he's not used to that. But he never sees me anyways. And my daughter only sees me if she wants something from me, or she wants something from me. And a lot of times I won't find out what she wanted from me. Until I find out. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of feeling this way inside. Hey, I gotta face facts. Hey, my son never came out. The man that I raised, he might be somewhere deep down, hidden somewhere deep within. But his demons will not let that man out. And as for my daughter, You know, raising her was so hard. She abused me in every way possible. And you know what? My son, I would have never let get away with that. But I was already missing a child to the system, to the juvenile system. And she would threaten to have the social services pick her up. She'd pick up the phone and dial. She threatened to get us kicked out. And we had lived at a motel for the first time in our lives, but for 10 months. 10 months until I got this place. And no matter how bad or mean she was, I just couldn't lose another kid. I couldn't lose another kid. My son getting locked up ripped me apart. And she would get jealous. This is a kid that when she was like 2 years old, when she was a baby, if my son was sitting next to me, she'd climb up on my lap and she'd cry until he got up and moved to another spot. Okay, my son went in when he was 15 and came out when he was 18 for 3 months, then the 12 years. But when he came out, while he was locked up, little by little, because very low income, I'd get him clothes and she'd get so mad. She'd talk shit. If I'd wake up crying in the middle of the night for him, she'd get up out of her bed and lose it and start screaming. Nobody wants to hear that. So when my son came out after 3 years, he was here. And he was still the same then. He loved me. He was still the same man I raised then. But my daughter would wake up every morning, talk shit to him, and try to start an argument with him. And he'd leave until he didn't come back no more. So since a baby. And my son would always say when she cried because he was sitting next to me, "It's okay, Mom. I know you love me. She's the baby." Well, still doing it, when he's 18 and making him leave. This time, since I've changed since the accident, I've never, even my son's mom told me, "You've never been a crybaby." I'm different now. I can't say God upgraded me because I don't feel upgraded. He just kind of rebuilt me differently. And I accept that. I accept being an empath. I accept all these emotions that I never knew I could have. And I never wanted them. Not like this. But what I don't accept, I know God was preparing me for all this bullshit. What I don't accept is me being stomped on as a person and my rights taken away. People I love getting involved in all this crap and thinking I don't know. I'm thinking I don't know about the things that they've done. Friends too. And I still can't talk to my son. He won't talk to me. Not like a son should a mom, and a mom should a son. I mean, I raised him openly and always told him the truth. And me and my son could always talk about anything. There was no discomfort, anything. Because I was open. I didn't make it awkward or put it off, like some parents that are like, I just try to explain it the best way I could and tell the truth. And, I got so comfortable. We could talk about anything. Now, no. Can't talk about shit. Subjects are off certain things, and hey, I sent him a nice picture of me where I thought I looked nice. I just had a tank top on, and he jumped on me. What's the matter with you? Put some clothes on. Don't be sending me no pictures like that. I don't want to see you look. There's nothing wrong with a tank top that actually fits. I've been wearing baggy clothes most of my life, and I do a lot of times. But that's with like my uniform, my dickies and my bins and stuff like that. And I won't be seen around, a home team like this. But no, there's nothing wrong with wearing a tank top. And I should be fat as fuck. I should be really fat. But this radiation and this broadcasting radiation, it changes your DNA. It can give you cancer, leukemia, and things aren't the way that they usually are for your body. I should not be this skinny. I'm hungry all the time, more hungry than I've ever been when I was pregnant. And I eat as much as I can. Because, I have to. If I didn't eat as much as I can, and, before all this crap, I would be probably about 230 right now from how much I eat. But then again, I wouldn't be as hungry as I am. But, this is not normal. I stopped drinking soda for a long time. And once in a great while, I'd have a soda. No, I became addicted to soda again. Fucking why the fuck not? Soda is not making me gain weight like it was. That was 15 pounds of fat that came off me when I freaking stopped drinking soda. I'm losing my teeth. I'm nauseated all the time. Headaches, dizziness. I'm more clumsy than I've ever been. You know what? Check other TIs. Look it up. They don't have all the symptoms in there. But, a lot of us TIs. You know what? It would help me a lot more if I had my son. I don't mean have him, keep him captive in here and treat him like he's a little kid. I mean, have that person back. And as for my daughter, this is the first time that I've given just like, forget it, I'm done. The first time I ever said that, I was close to saying it when she was young. I'm done. There's no boundaries. Your mom is supposed to be your mom. It's not like I was fucking in and out of jail. Fucking, it's not like I was a half-time mother. You know. But no, these kids can't remember that. Because all they can remember is the, 10, 13% of times that were hard and struggle and problems. They don't remember, oh, let's go make a memory and go dance in the rain, you know. Let's go have an adventure. And we throw the parrot into the backpack and we just take off. We didn't know. You know. You know, stuff that I never had parents that did stuff like that with me. You know, I hug them and tell them I love them. And after a while, I told my son, I said, do you get tired of me telling you I love you so much? And he said, no, Mom, I don't get tired of it. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. Well, you know how some people just say, I love you, and it's like an automatic fucking telecom, those people that answer the phone, but they're not people, they're machines. Just an automatic response. Mine's never an automatic response. When I tell one of my children I love them, I feel it just as much as I felt it when they were small. It's just not acted out in the same way because it's not responded to with welcomeness. You know, I'm the type of person that I need every once in a while from somebody that I love. I need a big ol' hug. A hug. I can just feel it. You know, otherwise I shut myself up in this little place. You know, hearing all the gang-stalking neighbors and feeling the torture. And I shut myself up in here. And this place makes me physically ill. Worse. But, and I do that because I don't want to be more vulnerable than I am. You know? To go out there and there's somebody with a friendly face. And I invite them into my life to be a friend. Or somebody I know that I know is flipped.